Hey, you guys. I'm sorry about the energy readings, you guys. For some reason, my computer completely froze and it wouldn't move. It wouldn't let me into anything. It just kept spinning. I apologize for that. But we're here now. And I want to, I know it's not many of you guys, but I still want to talk to you guys. I had the strangest interaction this morning that I want to share with you guys. There was somebody who was posting online, and I think this applies to so many of us because I think we have at least felt this way at times in our life, right? He posted that he feels very unappreciated, unloved by anyone in his circle, by his family, by his wife, by his children. He feels unloved, unseen, right? And um, at first, someone was like, well, why are they complaining about this? Why are men constantly complaining about this? And I just said, it's easier to complain and be a victim. And I wasn't pointing at him, I was just talking in general, but I can understand how he might think I'm talking to him, than to hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable for the state of your life. There's something I keep seeing with men, you guys. I don't know if you're noticing it, but and I've seen this even in good men. I've seen this. I don't know where they're getting this language from. I'm not sure, but they keep talking about every time you express some that you feel some way towards them, they say it's not their fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. They're very focused on blame. I know I'm talking to mostly women here. I think we need to sit and have a conversation within our communities, women in particular, about why our men, like seriously, feel so disenfranchised. There's a reason why they do, you guys, and there's something we're not seeing. There's something we're not missing. I mean, there's something that we're missing. There's something. And I hate to say this the way that I'm saying it, because I know there's so many women who don't think men deserve any grace, but I think they're struggling in ways that we're not seeing. Like seriously, you guys, what I saw this morning was eye-opening for me, because I took the time. I could feel this person's humanity. I could feel that they were hurt. And I took the time and I decided to sit in my bed and pour into them. Do you know that at the end of that conversation, this man told me that I was a bigot and that I should be ashamed of myself, that I was spreading hate while trying to pretend that it was love. And you guys, I shared the exchange online. It was loving. It was direct, but it was loving. It was kind. It was patient. It sought to center his humanity. And it really stopped me in my tracks, because for some reason, I don't know why, I thought as long as we can reason with them, we'll get through to them. We'll get through to them. Surely we will, right? We just need to approach them not with anger. We need to approach them and help them really see something. But I really realized today there are a lot of people who don't want to see anything different, you guys. They don't want to. Now, maybe they're avoidance, maybe they're anxious, but at the end of the day, for you, if you're on the receiving end of that, is they're not safe for you to be in relationship with. And I want you guys to sit and think, like, are you safe to be in relationship with? Are you a safe person to be in relationship with? Right? Right? Um, there's a lot of people begging for food right now, you guys. I want you really to pay attention. What people are communicating is that they are starved. They're hungry. They're hungry. That's what he was communicating. There's no love in his life. His life feels empty. Nobody sees him. There's no love in his life. Okay. So then I tried to give him love. I really did, you guys. Like, that's the softest I've been with a stranger who's a male in a long time. I was like, really just because I've gotten through to some. So I thought, okay, this man could not receive any of it, you guys, like not 1 cent. And I think for those of us who are on the receiving end of that, it can be demoralizing to try to love someone who doesn't receive. But it's also interesting to see how that dynamic might have played out in your own life. Where have people tried to love you really well and you refuse to receive it? Where have people tried to pour into you, banging at the door for you to let them in, and you refuse to let them in? Right? And I get it, you guys. When you do not feel safe, you're not in a posture to receive a goddamn thing. Like, I get it, right? You have to feel safe first. And if you don't feel safe, you're not receiving. In this instance, this man did not, like, not only could he not receive the love, but the fact that it was being given to him made him feel unsafe. That's how love starved he is, whether because he's not getting it or whether because he won't let himself receive it. He's so love starved. He's such a wounded animal that even when someone is trying to feed him the steak that he wants, he's thrashing around and rejecting it because he doesn't even feel safe enough to receive even the thought of it. Right? How difficult that makes interpersonal relationship. Like you guys, I'm really it distressed me this morning because I thought about how do we break through to those people? How do we heal those people at the same time? And I'm worried about our younger generation. I say this married to someone who's 21 years younger than me. I don't know how Sai is such a good man, but he is. But I said accountability in one of the statements. And do you know that there were a bunch of men in that comment thread who said women don't know how to hold themselves accountable? Accountability is a big word for women. And I sat with what they were saying. I sat with the emotions of what they were saying. I sat with it. They believe that, you guys. This isn't like just hate for hate's sake. They believe quite fully that women are like this other species that doesn't know how to hold themselves accountable at all. And remember, they think accountability is blame. They think accountability is me saying it's my fault, right? That's what they think accountability is, right? Like they really have digested so much of this red pill poison that they really believe that women are only after them for money, don't care about them, and don't have the capacity to care for them, and don't know anything about accountability. These are young men who are really drinking this Kool-Aid, and that's worrisome to me. There's this thing that we're doing where like we mock them and we put them on the edge of society, but they're not on the edge. They're not on the edge, and they got big fucking mouths, and they're perpetuating their beliefs loudly everywhere. And you know what the problem is? When I go online, you guys, and I look at some of the content that I see from women. Okay, I saw a thread the other day. This woman was like, dating is just a joke at this point. All they want to do is waste your time. And in the exchange, she's on a dating site, right? And the guy says, "Hi, you look beautiful today." She's like, "Thanks." What did she say? "What's your degree in?" Or she says something, and he says, "Huh?" She says, "You say you have this or that. Oh no, PhD or something. What is it?" And then he says what it is. And he's like, "Would you like to exchange numbers?" She's like, "No, I've wasted more than enough of my time exchanging numbers with people who just play games with me. Da, 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 da. You're just going to do this." And then she had the nerve to clip it and post it as, "Look at what women have to deal with nowadays." I'm seeing a lot more of that. I'm seeing a lot more women who are like, Chili's on the first date. No, you need to take me. Da, 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 da. I'm seeing a lot of tomfoolery on both sides. And what's interesting is it's the loudest fucking voice that they will allow in the space, the dysfunction around this. And it's a problem for both sides, you guys. This is a problem. And I don't like, I'm wondering why I'm digging in on it, why spirit has me digging, but I understand because this is the foundation of our interpersonal relationships, you guys. We're making a fucking mess. We don't like each other. We don't trust each other. We are refusing to see the best in each other. We are refusing to see each other's humanity. And instead, we're pathologizing everything about one another. I've noticed that. There's a lot of doing that, right? There's a lot of entitlement to what someone else has. People feeling entitled to it from both sides. No more can we say this is just a men problem. I've seen enough toxic women. There's so many of them. There's whole movements that are very toxic. That Sprinkle, Princella, these are two of the most toxic forces that have met Black women in particular. Toxic forces. They're not going to get you any closer to what you actually want. I work with so many Black women. They're my main customers, right? And all these women, for the most part, want love, but don't believe that it's a possibility. And then they're consuming content that tells them to turn love into a financial transaction, to believe that men are incapable of love. I don't believe that men are incapable of love. I have 3 sons that are quite capable of love. They're quite capable of love. Why are we perpetuating this bullshit? This is messing with the foundation of our society in a profound way. The family will never be solid if we can't even figure this shit out, you guys. We got people who are stuck in fight, or quite frankly, they're either stuck in freeze or fight when it comes to dating. Either they're like, nope, I'm not going to do it at all. I'm not going to do it at all, even though I want it. I want it. So I saw a video and someone, or a thread, and someone was like, well, like how does it affect your manifestation if you secretly do want to date, but you keep saying that you're alone, being okay being single? Oh, that's going to make a mess. Do you not understand that the only thing that you're manifesting in that context is chaos? You are saying one thing outwardly, You're aligning your signal to one thing outwardly, but it's not congruent to what's going on internally. The internal drivers are going to move you in one direction. The external drivers are moving you in another direction. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Why can't we just be honest that we're hungry, that most of us want love, that most of us are desperate for deeper connection? Because then we can meet each other in a fucking human place, you guys. This is this is really upsetting me because what we need is more love and people aren't able to receive it. And then people are too scared to give it. If I hear one more time that the person who loves the least in a relationship holds the power, that is so fucked, isn't it? Just be the more detached one. How do you ever nurture a connection if you're constantly playing a game of being the most detached so that you can win? If connection is what you want, then you can't prioritize money. If connection is what you want, then you can't prioritize anything but the health of that connection, you guys. And you're going to have to be honest with yourself in what you want if you ever think that you're going to get anything else, right? What do you really want? I know people are afraid of being hurt. You guys, that's what being human and being in a relationship is. You're going to get hurt. I can guarantee you're going to get hurt. I can guarantee you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be provoked. You're going to get hurt. You're going to heal. You're going to grow. You're going to cry. That's what being human is, you guys. What relationship do you have? Do you really want a relationship that never challenges you meaningfully, that never risks your feelings getting hurt? Really? Because you can have that, you guys, but there's no emotional depth in those relationships. Go get a fucking roommate. Have sex every so often. Don't really share your life meaningfully with them. Don't tell them anything that's going on in your life. Just live your separate lives. Plenty of people do this in relationship, and they're miserable. You know why? Because the same thing that hurts you is the same thing that elevates you. It's the same thing. It's the love. It's the love, you guys. You got to stop being scared of the love. That's what you're scared of. You're scared of having the love and then the love being redrawn from you or drawn away from you. I keep seeing with como Big Sean and Janae Aiko. I don't think I'm saying her name right. Please forgive me. I love your music. but I keep seeing people say that he wasted 10 years of her life and that she should be so embarrassed. See, it's us doing this to ourselves. Why is it embarrassing that their relationship ended after 10 years if it doesn't serve either one of them anymore? Or if one of them doesn't want to be in it? Why is that an embarrassing thing? Relationships are meant to end when they no longer work. That's the nature of relationship. Instead, we have people believing that you need to measure the success of a relationship by how long it is, independent of the health of that relationship. How many of you guys saw that with your grandma and your grandfather? How many of y'all saw that with your parents? They stayed together even though they hated each other, even though they were miserable. Why? Because we need to stay together because they had something to prove to the world. No, if it's over, then you should walk away from it. But for some reason, we've normalized fighting for something that stopped working a long time ago, cutting ourselves on the broken pieces of that relationship, and then sitting back and saying, well, yeah, we've been married 30 years. It's success. You're miserable. Y'all fight every day. Y'all hate each other. But because it's been 30 years, it's a success. Win. How did y'all do it? How did y'all do it? Oh, look at you. You guys, what are we doing to each other? What are we doing? It's a healthy relationship. I don't care if I thought about this even with me and Saya. You guys know this is my fourth marriage, right? There's a lot of jokes that come with that, especially for a fucking psychic and energy worker. Are you kidding me? Right? It would be embarrassing for me. That is embarrassing if this marriage didn't work out. And I promise you, if it wasn't serving me anymore or it was actively hurting me and I didn't think there was any more work that could be done to rehabilitate it, I would walk the fuck away from it. I'm not prioritizing your perception of my relationship and my worth in context of relationship over the health of that relationship and my well-being. What does that keep doing to women? It's not embarrassing for him. She didn't waste his time. He wastes hers. It always puts us in this really passive position, right? It's not embarrassing for him. He didn't waste 10 years of his life too. Just her? Just her. Why does time only diminish women? Why does time never diminish men? Someone please tell me. Why does time diminish women, but time does not diminish men? Why is it always an issue of being picked? Like you guys, women, this is one thing that's bothering me. My daughter, she's in a relationship with this boy. Now, I don't dislike him, but he's done some stupid shit. So I'm watching. I don't like him, but I watch it. I want to like him, you guys, but I'm watching, right? Well, they've been together. Well, together, they're not together. Months, you guys, months, right? And every time I ask her, like, are you guys boyfriend and girlfriend yet? And she's like, well, he hasn't decided. Huh? Huh? That's so strange to me from the perspective that I'm in now, right? He said he's thinking about it. And I said, if he's thinking about it, that means he hasn't made the decision yet, right? That's him saying he hasn't chosen you. You understand what he's communicating? Yeah, I enjoy your company. And yeah, I want to be with you, but choose you? Nah, I can't do it. Not doing it. I want to enjoy you. I want to extract from you, but I don't want to enjoy you. And there's women who keep thinking that that's the posture they should stay in, and that's the reason so many men will hold the relationship over your head because it's all they have. They don't have any value outside of it because they haven't developed it. You guys, we don't live in a world where our men develop a real character. Not for the most part. Not for the most part, you guys. We almost actively discourage it. Don't have any emotional awareness, be hyper logical, be cold. All you have to do is be a provider and a protector. Like we mess something up. So because they have nothing else to offer you but the title, of course they're going to withhold it. It's their only leverage. It's their only leverage. If we stop taking away the power of these titles, we take away that leverage. Then they are actually required to grow whatever they need to grow inside to be a good partner. Like we're playing a weird game with each other and I don't understand. And when I look at me and Sai, I told Sai what I was seeing, right? Around us, spirit was saying something. We realized we have feelings for each other. We weren't, I don't know. We fast forward through everything else. We realized we have feelings for each other. We're both emotionally mature. We were like, okay, like what game are you going to play if you know that you have feelings for someone and you care for them? What game would you play, you guys? You guys need to stop and stop allowing people who are playing those games with you to keep playing them. You guys have got to decolonize your view of relationship, especially Black women, because it's been mostly Black women that I've encountered, and it's just my own anecdotal evidence, right? That will tell me they're so desperate to get married, and we'll be doing a reading, and I'll be like, well, it looks like he's cheating. This has happened so many times, right? It looks like he's cheating. At the end of the reading, they'll say, yeah, I thought he was cheating. Yeah, he really doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, he's not working. Yeah, he beats me. Yeah, he left me multiple times. Yeah, he's lied to me. Yeah, he's done this. Like they'll validate what I'm reading. And do you know what they say at the end of that reading? But do you think he'll come back to me? Do you think we'll be married? Do you think I'll ever be his wife? You want to know why marriage is falling apart? Because people are walking into marriage simply to be married, not to live a lifetime together, not to grow together as a couple, simply because they value the title of married, of wife, right? You guys, I'm sitting here with everything I just told you, and I feel a little bit hopeless. I do. Like, how do we get through to people? How do people feel safe enough to receive love, especially in the context of the environment that we're in, when nervous systems are constantly inundated, when people are so stressed, when people are just worried about basic survival? How do we get them to start focusing on their own healing, to look at themselves long enough to see that they are hurting and that we need to stop, right? And address it. I don't know how to, I don't know how to get through. I don't know how to get through to these men of a younger age. They're consuming so much content that really encourages them to really hate women. We have women listening to a bunch of content that really is encouraging them to be even more bitter, to treat relationships as more transactional. I want you guys to see there's a force in the field that is maneuvering things this way to keep us away from each other. And let me tell you the very worst part, you guys. Children nowadays, most of them, are not being born in love. That's not that they're not being created in love. They're being born of dysfunction, of enmeshment, emotional enmeshment, and dependency. They're being born of deep self-hate. They're not being born of love. And we're seeing the byproduct of it out in the field, you guys. We're not creating life from love. We're creating out of desperation. We're creating it to trap a man or trap a woman. We're creating it to prove something to people. We're creating it to make content, to dress it up. But we aren't creating it to actually nurture and love it well. Not the majority of people, at least not as seen on the internet. They are highlighting dysfunction because they want us to think that it's the only option, but it's a lie. It's a lie, you guys. Love, real love is available for you. Like it really, really is. Um, I never thought I would find a love like I have right now. And I always knew I wasn't willing to settle for anything other than it. And I'm glad to have this testimony, you guys, because I'll be 46 next month, right? I am by their definition, I am used garbage. I have no value on the open dating market, right? Doesn't matter that I'm beautiful and intelligent. As a matter of fact, the fact that I'm intelligent, it makes me less valuable. The fact that I own my own home makes me less valuable. The fact that I'm independent makes me less valuable. The fact that I've been married makes me less valuable. The fact that I have children, my age, all of it diminishes me according to those people, right? And still, I found the most perfect person for me. And he loves me well, and I love him well. And it's healthy. It is available. You just got to stop consuming the content. You got to reframe your beliefs. You have to believe that it's possible for you to be loved well if you are ever going to receive that love. But if you're so guarded and you've decided that love can only show up in dysfunctional ways, you will only allow it to show up in those dysfunctional ways. That's all that you will allow. Right? I don't think some people understand how they are co-creators in their reality. Other people help shape your reality too, sure, by the things they do, say, and how they interact, their energy, all of that, right? But you also have a big play here. What are your beliefs? Your beliefs magnetize you to your experiences in life. It doesn't mean that you deserve it. It doesn't mean that you called it in. It doesn't mean anything like that. It means it makes it much easier for you to receive the shit you don't want if you believe that you're going to receive it. Makes it a lot easier. Right. But not just that. If I have a chip on my shoulder and I think that all men are out to use and abuse me, then even when a decent one appears, I'm going to approach him with that same energy because I've decided that this interaction is fundamentally unsafe. I must be guarded. I must be defensive. And as long as I'm defensive, I'm in a contracted position, excuse me. I'm not in an expansive position. I'm not going to receive it, even if he's offering me something good. And how many of us have missed opportunities? I remember there's this guy that I really liked. I really liked, right? But I was in the middle of bullshit with my ex-husband and I just didn't trust it. I just didn't trust it. And I remember months later, we continued following each other on IG. This was years ago. Um, I really regretted it because he was such a good guy. He showed like his girlfriend and he really liked me, but I couldn't receive him at the time, right? How many of us have had love given and we simply didn't receive it? And then we sit back and we say, oh, we're going to be alone forever and life is so miserable. Which one came first, the belief or the manifestation of it? Which one, you guys? Which one do you think came first? So this is why I say like really the most important thing we can be doing right now, you guys, is imagining a better state of being for ourselves, for our community, for the world. Right? We have to imagine that love can show up tender. The one thing I will say, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I could have received Saya if it happened a different way. But you guys know I'm a big medium, right? He kept coming to me. I didn't know it was him. His energy kept coming to me at night, kept coming to me. And at first I was like, go away. Like I really was. I wasn't ready for it. You know, I was hurt. I wasn't ready for it. I really was sure I didn't want to be in a relationship. I really was sure I was okay being alone. Right. I didn't, but it's because I couldn't see a different way, you guys. Slowly over time, I started talking to it. I know I sound crazy, but I did. I started talking to him. Right. So it opened me up to it. Then he started showing me, and this is all psychically, how soft love could show up. I started experiencing it in my head first. Oh, it can be soft. It can feel this way. Okay, I don't want it if it doesn't feel this way. It feels exactly like that, you guys. So if you can close your eyes, and actually, let's do this, you guys. Everyone, close your eyes. You are in a dark place. There is nothing in front. There is nothing behind. There is nothing above. There is nothing below. You are floating in nothingness. Be there. I want you to see a door. And behind this door is you self actualize with the greatest love of your life. This is a romantic partner. Go ahead and open the door and see you two together. You two happen to be in bed, not doing nothing like that. You guys are talking. I see everyone right now. See how they talk to each other. See how he looks at her, how she looks at him. Feel the energy between them. Feel it for a second. Feel how nice and soft and kind, how safe it is, how nurturing and nourishing. It's not at all what anything online tells you it is. It's beautiful. Feel it. Let yourself experience real, kind, healthy love and attachment. I want you to feel how much this person is your best friend. I want you to feel how much this person is your biggest cheerleader. I want you to feel how much this person is an incredible lover. Feel how important this person is to you. Oh, they're saying if you can hear a name, get it. If you can get a name, get it. Let yourself sit in there. Okay, come back. You guys, if you want love, first thing you have to do is be honest about the fact that you do want it, even though it's scary as fuck, you guys. It's scary. No one wants to get hurt. No one wants to be embarrassed. No one wants to have their hopes dashed. Nobody. Nobody. Love is a risk. Loving someone else is a risk, you guys. It is. It is. And sometimes you're going to get it right and sometimes you're going to get it wrong. And that's okay. Like I love very openly. That's why my silly butt got married 3 times to find this person, right? And imagine if I was so shut down and I would have missed him. Nah, I deserve this, you guys. You guys deserve good love. I want to stay there too because I am here. I saw my husband, right? Y'all deserve it. Let yourself be happy. Let yourself have it. So what I want you to do is just sit in your mind's eye and keep imagining a soft, if you want it, a soft, gentle, kind love for yourself. Yeah. Just believe that it's possible. Manifest it for yourself, right? Stop consuming content that doesn't align with what you're actually looking for. If you don't just want a transactional relationship that's based on money, you're not listening to Sprinkle Sprinkle. If you want to be in a relationship with a man, you're not listening to Priscilla at all, right? And if you're a man and you want to find a good, decent woman, you're not consuming any of this red pill bullshit. You're not. You're not. You're not letting that infect your soul. You're not letting that infect your heart. You're not. All right. We all have a duty to be really, really, really more diligent about what we're consuming. Imagine how. So in your mind's eye, baby. So what we just did, I don't know if you were with us. We just closed our eyes and we imagined what that might feel like. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you again, imagination and play are 2 of the most important tools we have at constructing the life of your dreams. I guarantee you. Imagination and playfulness. Adults become way too fucking serious. We become so dragged down in our own dysfunction, in our own drama, in our own pain. We stop forgetting to imagine. I'm calling it Imagineers, and I mean it. The word came to me the other day. We need to be Imagineers. We need to imagine what they're telling us is not possible. See, what they're doing is they're programming you to see the world a certain way, right? Women only want this from men. Men only want this from women. They program us to see. We decide. We decide, right? Imagining helps you rewire that programming. It helps you rewire. It helps you see something beyond what they programmed you to see. They're limiting you. I need you to expand. The only way we bring more love into this place is through us. I don't know how you guys think it's going to happen. It's through us. All right. All right. What do we have today? We have vent session. We're going to do some energy work today at 10 o'clock. I know y'all not going to talk, so we're going to do that. And then we have world builders at 12, which I'm excited about because we're going to talk about an expanded schedule. Okay. I think world builders need to be meeting much more often. I love you guys. I'll see you guys there in love.